What's going on, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and it's 72 degrees here, absolutely beautiful, not a cloud in the sky, full of sunshine. But hey, Verizon's so powerful, apparently, that they can create storms of their own. The HTC ThunderBolt finally available in retail stores after weeks of speculation, weeks of rumors as to launch dates, and more. It's available for $249.99, $599 full retail, and it's the carrier's first 4G device, the first of a few devices to come out in 2011. LG Revolution, Samsung 4G LTE device, just to name a few. So, cool device, 1 GHz Snapdragon processor, 4.3-inch display, Android 2.2 with a new version of HTC Sense, but some people are calling it a rebranded HTC Evo. Is that the case, or are there significant differences? We're going to find out in the unboxing. Starts right now. After weeks and weeks of rumors, false launch dates, and more, the HTC ThunderBolt finally here in my hands and available at Verizon Wireless retail stores across the nation. It's available for $249.99 as of today with a 2-year agreement, $599.99 full retail. And you know, specs-wise, it's a pretty awesome device in addition to having 4G LTE. HTC ThunderBolt, you see those embossed letters over there inside, absolutely beautiful, super cool. Verizon 4G LTE certified. In case you were wondering, it's not just LTE capable, it's LTE certified. And more. So it comes in this cool black box. But anyway, let's recap on the specs. 1 GHz next generation Snapdragon processor, 4.3-inch WVGA display, 8-megapixel camera on the back with a dual LED flash, 1.3 megapixel camera on the front, you know, for those MySpace pictures, all those crazy Facebookers, you crazy kids, you. And 8 gigabytes, this is where it's really cool, 8 gigabytes of onboard memory, 32 gigabyte micro SD card pre-installed. So, you know, it's ready to go out of the box with your media, and a total of 40 gigabytes of storage between the two. So, absolutely, absolutely big media powerhouse, cool device. And, you know, like I said, this is actually pretty cool as well. As until May 15th, rather, you do get the mobile hotspot capability, 2 gigabytes, I believe, of data per month, and it's free until May 15th. After that, it's $20 per month. At least that's what the press release says, so if that isn't true, don't bash me. Bash Verizon. I'm just kidding. Special thanks to our friends at Verizon for hooking us up with a PR review unit. And, you know, like I said, very cool features. But, you know, the question is, a lot of people are asking, is this like the Evo 4G? Is this like the Inspire 4G? Is this just another slab device from HTC? Well, yeah, the specs are kind of similar, and the design's very similar, but there are some, you know, features that make this device different from the other two devices, and we'll go over those in a little bit in the unboxing and more in the full review. Here's what you get in the box. Take a look at the 4G SIM card, which is pre-installed in the device. As you can see, they do include the little SIM card, little thing, I can't think of the word. And then here's this cornstarch HTC Master Your Device. Master it. And like I said, 4G LTE certified. And you can see, we'll open it up just to see. Cornstarch for eco-friendly purposes. Let's see what's in here. You can see Master Your Device, important consumer information, product safety and warranty, and consumer information. Then in the box you get the same stuff you get with all the HTC devices. I'm not really even going to take the time to unbox or to open these up. Micro USB cable, AC adapter module, whatever you want to call it, and then of course your instruction manual. So let's take a look at the device. This is the second device in the States to launch with HTC's Sense 2.0 platform, so it does have that ability, or have those abilities to customize your device out of the box. Now, one thing I don't like about this is it doesn't come with HTCSense.com, so you don't get those capabilities that you get with the HTC Inspire 4G and some of the other European HTC devices. You'll notice that it's notoriously absent there. And when you go into like wallpaper, things like that, you can't download stuff from HTC servers. So, you know, that's frustrating in my opinion, but, you know, you may not care. HTC Sense 2.0, like I said, Android 2.2, and this is something you've seen before. You know, really, it's like kind of like the Inspire 4G, but with 4G LTE. Now, you'll notice on the left side, micro USB charging port. There is no HDMI port on this device. You do get the kickstand, though, on the back with a speaker behind it. And, you know, overall, to me, it's a well-built device. It feels, actually, interestingly enough, it feels heavier than the Evo, but according to specs, it's 5.78 ounces as opposed to the Evo's 6 ounces. So, you know, Evo's a little bit heavier, but this still feels bigger to me. It is slightly bulkier, though, 0.52 inches thick as opposed to 0.5 inches thick on the Evo. So I don't know what it is about this device, if it's the build or whatever, but it just feels like a little bit of a bigger device. You get this gray color scheme here with the new HTC earpiece, and then there's your front-facing camera. 4 capacitive buttons on the bottom, volume rocker on the right side, 3.5mm headphone jack on the top, power button, which, you know, I've seen some of the reviewers talk about this. It'll be interesting to see over the course of a week or 2 weeks if the button recesses into the device. It's an issue I've had with the Evo 4G. It's an issue I've had with the Inspire and some of the other HTC slab devices. The power button kind of gets funky after a couple of weeks. HD7, same thing there. But anyway, 4.3-inch display, and let's take a look at what's pre-installed on this device. You know, minus the 4G LTE, which we'll do some speed tests here in just a second, there's not a huge difference between the programs and kind of just the overall structure of this device and the other Android devices. You get Adobe Reader, BitBop, Blockbuster, City ID, you get, let's see, Let's Golf 2, Mobile IM, Mobile Hotspot, which supports up to 8 users, and like I said, until May 15th, that's available for free. I think Verizon really wants you to test out that 4G LTE, and then when May 15th rolls around, you're going to be like, oh, I want to spend an extra $20 for this, because you know you're going to want to spend an extra $20. I kid. Navigation, typical Google stuff, news, people, and that's typical HTC. It does come with Peep pre-installed, which is HTC's Twitter and kind of social aggregation client, if you will. Rhapsody, Quick Office, Rock Band, Slacker, TuneWiki, and then of course your VCast stuff, VCast apps, VCast Media, VZ Navigator, YouTube, and then let's take a look. Okay, Maps is actually pre-installed on this device. Good. You do not have to go to download it from the Android market like you do, or like you did on the Fascinate. You know, that was a frustration of mine. And I know you hate when I use the word frustration, but still, it was very frustrating because they had VZ Navigator installed, but they didn't have Maps installed yet to go to the market. So for some of those consumers that weren't aware, they were paying $10 for a service they could have gotten for free. So, but like I said, overall, feels great in the hand, and you know, the apps are pretty similar. Let's quickly go into, if I have the time, let's go into Market and download a speed test and get an idea of what the speeds are like. So while my Google account's connecting to the Android market, let's talk a little bit about some of the differences between the Evo, the Thunderbolt, and the HTC Inspire 4G, because there are some differences. First of all, no HDMI port on this device. There is an HDMI port on the Evo 4G. Battery life-wise, 1,400 milliamp battery in this, 1,230 milliamp battery in the Inspire, and then the Evo takes the cake with a 1,500 milliamp battery. So it's going to be interesting to check battery life numbers, because not only is LTE a battery hog from what I've heard, and the preliminary, you know, kind of rumors were that this device was delayed because of battery issues. So we'll see over the course of a couple of days, couple of weeks, as to what battery's like. But 1,400 milliamp battery in this, 1,500 in the Evo, and you know how bad the Evo is when it comes to battery life. So, you know, it would be interesting to test that out on this. You can install non-Android market applications, so you can sideload on this device. You cannot sideload, obviously, on the AT&T HTC Inspire. They've disabled that, like they always do on their Android devices. Let me think of what else is really changed. Obviously, the build quality very different between those devices. The Inspire 4G, kind of a rebranded Desire HD, so you get that metal, that unibody metal form factor. This is a lot more like the Evo in terms of design, and speedtest.net is installing good. But, you know, there are some differences like that. Let's see. You know, the Evo does not come with HTC Sense 2.0. The Inspire and the Thunderbolt both do. So, you know, that's another thought. I'm just kind of rolling through these as I'm thinking about them. Let's see what else is different. Let me think. Oh, additional memory, obviously, on the Thunderbolt. 768 megabytes of RAM on this device as opposed to the Evo's 512. So theoretically, this device should run a little bit faster, although there's a lot of pre-installed Verizon bloatware on this device that cannot be uninstalled. I have a device, another Thunderbolt with me, and I double-checked, and you cannot uninstall the Verizon stuff, the TuneWiki, things like that. That's going to have to sit on your device, unfortunately, unless you want to root it, which you do so at your own risk. Let's take a look here. Okay, GPS turned on. Let's get it locked on the Charlotte server, and then we'll do a test. For whatever reason, the GPS is taking too long to find the server, so I'm just going to run with the Wichita server. So keep in mind, you know, take this one with a little bit more of a grain of salt than you would with something like the Charlotte tests, where I'm running it off of the Charlotte server. But we'll begin here. And, you know, I'm kind of concerned about this device just because I feel like it has a built-in obsolescence. It doesn't have a dual-core processor. It really is a rehash of something like the Evo. And, you know, it's, like I said, I mean, you have the Revolution and the Samsung 4G LTE device coming out very soon. You know, they're going to, and the Droid Bionic as well, you know, all of which have dual-core processors and these super fast, you know, absolutely gorgeous displays, and some features that may outweigh the HTC Thunderbolt. So, absolutely tremendous upload speeds here, about 25 megabits per second. Download about 5.6. We're actually going to change that over. We're going to run one more test And it came to some small town in North Carolina. Okay, let's do that. Make it Charlotte. And you take a look here. I mean, here we go. Download speeds, 19.64 megabits per second. Upload 28.9. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. That's like twice as fast as my home internet connection. So, you know, and I've been working with the Pantech 4G LTE data stick as well. And honestly, some of the YouTube videos I've uploaded lately, I've been uploading them via LTE. That's absolutely fantastic. That's phenomenal. I mean, that's mobile hotspot worthy in a heartbeat. That's worth paying $20 in my opinion. 19.64 megabits per second. Upload 28.90 megabits per second. Super fast. So actually crazy fast. We're going to do some more testing on this, so keep it locked on PhoneDog.com. Full review to come shortly. Dogfights between the Evo, between the Inspire, and some other devices on the market. Keep it locked on the site, and be sure to like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/PhoneDog. We just started our colossal iPad 2 and smartphone sweepstakes. Very excited about this. You can enter to win, or potentially win an iPad 2 or a smartphone, a MyTouch 4G, an Atrix 4G, or a Nexus S. Pretty exciting contest. Head over and check us out. Facebook.com/PhoneDog. Follow me on Twitter as well, PhoneDog_Aaron. Let me know what you think about the Thunderbolt. Did you order one? Are you holding off? You waiting for those other LTE devices on Verizon? Or do you have your heart set on the Thunderbolt? Let me know. PhoneDog_Aaron. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it locked on the site for continuing coverage. We'll see you next time.